That part was built in one church. We took it to the next church and took it to the next church about a month at a time. And so all those projects were going on simultaneously as the construction was going on at the university, as you guys were winning championships. It was a glorious time, challenging time, a miraculous time, because there wasn't enough water even to keep people alive, much less to mix in the mortar. And it was miraculous, truly a miracle. So
awesome. And one of the big culminations of your final year was, I guess, the official opening of Africa University.
Right.
I'm sure that must have been a great source of joy and some sense of, great accomplishment to fulfill, to be a part of helping to fulfill Bishop Hartzell's vision and dream from back in 1890.
yes.
How was that experience for you guys at that grand opening?
It was just glorious, wonderful. To see a dream, and it wasn't our dream, God's dream, being passed from generation to generation, being able to be there with all of you, being so bright and brilliant, and knowing that you are future leaders all over the world, and then knowing that this dream of God was being played out right before all of our eyes. And I know that you felt as we did. It's just a privilege to be in a place where so many people are yearning for what God is yearning for God's dream to come true in us, and to for each of us, all of us, to give all that we had in our small and delightful ways, even on the basketball court, to know what a privilege it is.
Yes.
To be God's people.
Yes. Yes. Awesome. So as we start to wrap up on the basketball side, I want to make sure this is captured in video. I forgot to mention some other players' names. I won't get all of them, but I forgot some players who played during your time. Spencer Mbona, Tondrai Nyamombe, Tendai Makaruse, we called him Marcus, Simban Vere, Wimbai Darikwa. On the girls' side, Chiratidzo. I don't know if you remember her. She was feisty. She was a go-getter. She could play against boys, against girls. She was as tough as they came.
Exactly.
Anna Chikukwa, and then there were two twins, Kelly and Katie Mwedzi. They played on the junior team, moved up to the senior team, and I think they played all 6 years at Hart. So I didn't want to forget to mention these players as we are prepared to wrap up the video. So one of the questions I think that's hard to answer but easy to ask is in your 5 years at Old Mitale and in Zimbabwe, do you feel that you accomplished the mission you went there for, you traveled for?
You want to answer that one?
Well, I think for myself it was just such a joy to be there and to teach such brilliant students. You guys are the best of the best in the country, and it was just a joy to do that. I think beyond anything that I was able to give, I received much more.
Awesome.
And I guess I have to end with a basketball story. I was pastoring a church now here locally in Concord, and I was sharing at one of our recent worship services that a longtime basketball coach, Hall of Fame coach, I believe has won more games than anyone in history at that level, coached UCLA. They won the national championship, I think it was 10 years in a row and 10 years out of 12, and were undefeated many of those years. And what he shared at the end of all of his days is that he never ever asked the players to win, don't win it for yourself. Don't win this game for your teammates. Don't win it for your school or for your region, for Manika Land. I'm simply every day asking you to do your best.
Yes, sir.
And if you do your best, you'll lay your head down with gladness
Yes, sir.
and giving all that you have is all we can give. Is what God calls of us, and so with that, there's no regrets.
Yes, sir.
So wherever you are, at whatever point in life, our call every day is just that.
Yes.
And the best years of our life were with you.
Thank you, Coach, for the wonderful words. As we wrap up, where are you guys now? On MTV, they have a show for celebrities. Where are they now? So you guys are celebrities today. Where are you now? And, what are you guys doing today?
So Sharon is retired from teaching, so in her retirement she is...
I'm teaching again. Took a little break for about 5 years, and we moved. I got started again. Now I'm teaching at the community college, helping adults, people who are high school graduates or beyond, and just helping them get ready to take college math. And it's such a joy to do that, to help people still to realize their dreams through their education. So I'm just greatly blessed each day to be able to do that.
Awesome,
And
Coach.
when I returned, I went to seminary for theological training, became a local pastor, and I move from time to time, appointed to different churches, which is part of our United Methodist tradition. And I will tell you what is essential as a leader of a local congregation is what was essential in basketball, just getting everyone to understand they were valuable, each one with different unique talents, and when there's a commitment to one another, to working together, miracles happen.
Yes.
God's love abounds. So,
Yes.
thank you for helping to train me for for my pastoral work.
Oh, wonderful. Well, Coach and Mrs. Reavis, thank you so much for, on behalf of all basketball players, villages where you build churches, students you guys taught and encountered, held, blessed, mentored, tutored. I mean, you guys made a profound difference in a lot of people's lives. A lot of profound impact. A lot of times,
a mutual thing.
Yes.
A mutual blessing.
Absolutely. A lot of times, people who sow seeds don't always get to see the harvest.
Right.
Your harvest is only in heaven, but you guys made a profound impact in the classroom. You introduced computer science, Ms. Reavis. We didn't even know what computers were. And Coach, you impacted the way basketball is coached at Hartsville in your own very unique and profound way. Like Gerald Mafunda said in one of the chats, you were like, private tutoring in basketball. You personalized the game. You helped me play. As I spoke with you offline, I never played basketball until I came to Hartsville, and I don't mind sharing this on video. I remember Bobo Kanjan that used to beat me 21-0, like for a whole year.
Bobo beat everyone 22-0.
And then Moses Sitole used to beat me 21-0 for a whole year. And I remember I was ready to quit basketball so many times, but Utendo Windingwi, Munyalazi Nyananda always encouraged me. And of course, your personal touch, just trying to find the best in, whatever limited gifts and talents I had, as well as many other players. That was, that changed the game for a lot of us, because I don't have to be a Michael Jordan scoring to get a spot on the team. I could just rebound and do it well. I could play defense and do it well. or I could be the best guy at setting picks, as long as I'm contributing to the team, So I think that was a great contribution. And of course, add in, the 3-point strategy, add in, analytics, which is the big buzzword in sports today. But on behalf of all the former players, Mazita, thank you so much. God bless you. And on behalf of the Odds of Legend series, thanks to Coach and Mrs. Reavis for this wonderful interview. And we look forward to staying in contact with you guys, and the Hodsell family will definitely stay in contact with you. God bless you.
God bless.